Tiana here, Mind Body Movement Center. This is a short chair practice, so if you don't want to get down on the floor or you're unable to get on the floor, or if you just want to break from computer. So let's give it a go. Let's start with just a seated cat and cow. So on your exhale, you're going to tuck the tailbone, allow the spine to round, allow the shoulders, allow the head to drop. When you're ready, we'll flip the palms up, untuck the tailbone, lift up spine, opening. Good, 2 more on your breath. Good, we'll come back to center. Give any little shake out. We'll drift the shoulders up towards your ears on your in-breath and then rolling them back and down on your out-breath. This is kind of conscious active doing on the uprise and not doing on the downstroke. All right, I'm going to continue moving down the spine. So let's start right hand to chest or heart space, and on the inhale we're going to rotate open, allow that gaze to go right, and exhale you're going to sweep back across, gaze goes left. 2 more. Good. As we reach to the right, gaze to the right, take hold of the left side of the chair and we'll start to bring that right arm up and over. I'm just going to bend my elbow and kind of hold on to my head here. So not yanking it, but just enough support. You're going to keep pressing down through your right sit bone. Good. In breath and out breath, release. Off to the other side, left hand to the heart space. Inhale, open, gaze left. Exhale, cross back over, gaze right. 2 more. Last one. We reach to the left, take the right hand to the right side of the chair and start to bring that left arm up and over. You can bend that elbow and just kind of take hold of the side of the head. I'm going to ground down through that left sit bone to get some space through upper rib cage. 1 more breath. All right, and release. All right, let's take the left foot out, and the only thing you might need is a strap or belt. A dog leash works well, a tie. It does not have to be a yoga strap. All right, I'm going to bring the 1 foot forward. I'm going to show this from the side, so you don't have to shift, but so toes are reaching out, heels away. You're going to sit up tall, draw those toes towards you on the in-breath, and if it feels comfortable to lean into that a little bit, you can. You can certainly do this without the strap too, just same positioning. Great, 1 more breath. All right, and we'll slowly rise up, release, and we'll switch sides. So I'm turning in my chair, but you don't need to. Good, so reach through the heel, toes coming towards you. Take an in-breath and an out-breath. We're gonna start to perhaps hinge forward. You'll see my back stays pretty flat. Shoulders easing out of the ears. One more breath. Great, and on your exhale, we'll rise back up. All right, we're going to keep hold of the strap and take it to an arm motion here. So arms are a bit wider than your shoulders. Palms are facing down. On the in-breath, we're going to rise up. Maybe they come to just kind of back behind, grazing behind your head, and then coming back to center. You can always go a little farther if you want, or stop before that. One more. We'll stop here at the top, in breath, and we're going to side glide over, My left arm comes down, right arm is up, gaze down to the left. Switching sides, in breath, out breath, other side. One more to each. Okay, we'll meet back up in the center and come back in to allow that strap to take a sideshow. And let's cross the right leg over the left. So ankle to the thigh, and you can have it at this point, but if it's not comfortable up high, just take it down low for at least similar kind of opening there. It does help to be a little bit seated higher in your seat, so if you have a pillow or something to sit on, that might give you a little bit more range for this hip. You're gonna sit up tall, and then we're gonna hinge in again, so leaning forward. What is that chin doing? Is it reaching forward, or can you lengthen the back of the neck and use your hips to take you forward rather than your chin? One more breath. Okay, we'll come back up to center. We'll send that leg crossing it all the way over. Take the right side of your chair, reach the left arm up. In breath, and then out breath, take that left hand to the outside of the right thigh as you come into that rotation, which is more from the shoulders, space between the collarbones opening out to the tips of the shoulders. And you're gonna breathe into that left side rib cage as though you had gills. Great, in breath, out breath, come back to center. We're gonna uncross and recross on the other side. You're gonna either take the high road or the low road, whatever feels most nourishing today and is the most accessible. Sitting up tall, and then we're gonna hinge in if that feels okay. You can always be upright. You're looking for that point of contentment to not overdo. Can you find ease in the shoulders? Can the chin just drop down a little bit? Okay, we'll take an in breath, and then on your out breath, rise up, let that leg cross all the way over. Take hold of the left side of the chair, reach the right arm up, in breath, out breath. Take that crossover, opening up the shoulders. And you're gonna breathe into the right side gills if you had them. In breath, and then out breath, we meet back, uncross. We're gonna take the legs open wide. Take an in breath, and then out breath. We're gonna push the air down. Good, in breath, rise up. Out breath, push the air down. Last one. We're gonna meet in a goddess pose, so seated goddess pose, pressing the palms together, elbows out. One more breath, actually 2 more breaths. All right, release that hold. We're gonna go right into child's pose here. So you can either drop to the thighs, that might be your stop point. You could have something below you, like a block, or just go right to the floor or your feet. Allow the head to relax. Full breath in, let your belly expand. Exhale, mouth open. Maybe one more breath. All right, on your next exhale, we'll slowly walk back up. Your head's the last thing to join you at the top. All right, maybe one last one before we call it a day. We'll take the right foot out. The left foot is also out, but the left foot stays bent. Great. Let's reach the arms out. So coming into a warrior 2. And then we're gonna reach forward. Let that front elbow bend onto that left thigh and reach that arm up and over. Again, you can clasp the head to give it a little support here. And you're gonna breathe into that right side body. Good, in breath, out breath, we rise up, release. We'll bring the right leg back in and stretch that left leg out. So same thing, let's stretch it out, warrior two. Reaching forward until you can plant that right arm down, take the left arm up. And you can either keep reaching or you can bend that elbow and rest the head. Right shoulder drops out by pressing down into that thigh. One more breath, breathe into the upside body. And exhale, rise up. Okay. I'm going to offer one more stretch. Not everybody has chairs at home that have no sides on them, so I'm going to offer this one for a front hip stretch, but you may not be able to do this. So I'm going to scoot forward so that back leg comes back, and you can either reach it straight if you have the range of motion or just let it bend. And a block can be helpful or something to help catch that knee. Great. So we'll get that stretch in that front of the back leg. Reach the arms up, grasp onto your right wrist, and then we're going to side bend off to the left. So away from the back leg. In breath, back up, out breath, release. Now we're going to take a turn to the back of the chair. So if you have osteoporosis, just don't overdo this, please. It might look something more like a half twist. Breathe in, lower belly, left side ribs. Great, we'll come back to center, in breath, out breath. We're going to take the hands back behind you, clasp them, and send them out and away as you lift the chest. One more breath. All right, we'll meet back in the center, roll it open, and we'll head to the other side if you're joining me. It does help to be a little bit scooch forward. Take that back leg back and either rest it or don't. Whoop. Great, we're gonna rise up, inhale, grasp onto your left wrist this time, inhale, and exhale away from that back leg. Great, in breath, out breath, release. We'll take an inhale and exhale, take that turn to the back of your chair. Relax the shoulders. One more breath into those side gills. All right, and we exhale, come back to center and float it back. All right, maybe just a knee in, bowing down. Rise back up, take the other knee, bowing down. And then back up. All right, that's your quickie stretch break in the chair. Namaste.